have a little bit of an update on one of the stories we talked about last week. The coffee story of how that guy hacked his way into free coffee for like a year or so.
Yeah.
He said that if you looked on his profile comments, you could find what chain he was talking about. It is coffee. Hello and welcome back to the Nuanced AF podcast. I'm Juan.
I'm Lex.
And we are two people who are too sensitive to everything. Lex, how you doing today?
I'm good.
That's good to hear. So am I. I have a little bit of an update on one of the stories we talked about last week. You remember the coffee story of how that guy hacked his way into free coffee for like a year or so. First of all, I would like to make a correction. That currency was in pounds. That's my mistake, not euros. We were actually in the coffee aisle in Target, and this was what made me think of that. I saw the chain that he was talking about because he said that if you looked on his profile comments, you could find what chain he was talking about. And their coffee was in the Target aisle we were in. And do you want to know which chain it was? Do you have any guesses? Because I know you might know which coffees are in the aisle. You've been down that aisle a few times here or there.
Here or there. I don't know why, but I'm thinking Tim Hortons for some reason.
Tim Hortons?
I don't know if that's it.
That is incorrect.
No. I like Tim Hortons.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've only had them once, like in the actual store, but
Yeah.
it was cool. Any
I
other
don't
guesses?
Is it Dunkin'? I'm just thinking of big names.
It is not Dunkin'.
Not Dunkin'. Is it like smaller?
I would say smaller.
Yeah, smaller. That's why I was kind of going the Tim Hortons direction.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, oh, there's not that many around, and at least not in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like smaller, but a chain. Pete's?
Maybe chain isn't. It's not Pete's. Maybe chain isn't the right word necessarily. It's big enough to be in the aisle.
Okay. Well, a lot of things are big enough to be in that aisle. I don't know.
It is Chamberlain coffee.
Oh, Emma Chamberlain.
Chamberlain's
brand.
coffee. Yes.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I can see that then.
Yeah.
I can see because she hasn't been doing coffee that long, so.
I thought she's been doing it for like a few years now. No, or is that still not that long?
That's not really that long.
Okay.
Like,
All right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like that it's only been a few years, and I'm like, it's fair enough. Like, I don't know how big the scope of that is either. Because it's certainly not like as big as like a corporation would be. Like you'd have so many other people.
Right.
But I don't know. Wow, that's funny. But I can see that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that's small enough where I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I can see that being a mistake.
So
That's
sorry,
funny.
Emma Chamberlain, not to put you on blast, but get those coupon codes fixed so this doesn't happen in the future.
That's honestly like rough.
Yeah.
If that does affect her bottom line, I guess. But I don't really know too much about her, to be honest. I just know that she makes coffee now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't follow her content too much. I've seen some here and there, but I've never been like a huge follower.
Like
so.
I know her name, and a lot of coffee people that I like have like reviewed her coffee, but that's as far as I really know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that's an update on that. One of the big things that happened the past week that I wanted to talk about, as of recording this, is the whole Rock Bottom podcast with Ned Fulmer and his spoiler ex-wife, Ariel. I guess she still has Fulmer.
Yeah, she probably
name?
hasn't.
Because that's how she was credited in the show.
Yeah, and she probably hasn't changed her name. I don't know if she's going to.
But yeah, so we watched that episode.
We did. Almost immediately.
Yeah, almost immediately. And I think for the most part, we share the same sentiments as, what the general consensus is from the comments, which is majority negative.
Yeah, majority. Yeah, I would say negative.
I
or
know,
at least more on Ariel's side.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. That's something that's almost unanimous.
Yeah.
I know YouTube has taken away like the dislike counter, I believe, but I have like an extension for Chrome that still shows it, and I remember looking and at one point, and it had like 2K likes, but like 15K dislikes. So it's getting ratioed pretty hard.
I get it.
So the folks at home watching who maybe not have no idea what we're talking about, you want to briefly talk about like who Ned is, the Try Guys, his wife. You might know a little bit more than I do.
Well, the Try Guys started off at BuzzFeed, and they basically bought out like I guess the property of like the Try Guys from BuzzFeed to make their own YouTube channel and like various other platforms and blah blah blah. And it was like 4 guys, Ned being one of these guys. They all had their own like shtick that they did kind of thing. Ned happened to be like the family guy, like the wife guy.
He was very much the my wife guy.
Like family guy, wife guy, had kids, really made like the family like and his wife like kind of his main personality for the most part. And he was kind of like, I don't know, like beyond that, I don't really know. I can't really remember much.
So,
maybe I'm sure there was something there.
Right. So
something else
from that show, beforehand I'd always thought that like he made himself the my wife guy. But like from his podcast, it seemed like he was forced into that box, or at least that's how he's viewing it. I don't know where the truth lies. Probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, probably somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Like a lot of the sentiment on like the podcast is, oh, your wife is the most interesting thing about you when it comes to like Ned, and now obviously ex-wife. And I can kind of like I think that criticism is pretty valid, because just like if you watch back any of Ned's stuff, any of the other guys have more personality, I guess, than Ned seems to, and I don't know, like that's not to say that like Ned doesn't have a personality beyond like what you see on the internet, but I feel like you don't see much of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't really see a whole lot.
Yeah. So tell me, Lex, your thoughts on the entire episode, because I know you have some strong opinions.
Oh my.
Let me say this first of all. I think we are in agreement that Ned absolutely is still / will always be in the wrong for what he did.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let's talk about what he did.
Oh yeah. Well, what he did was have like an affair with one of like his producers, essentially, working under him. And yeah, and like for a year, it was like over a year, I think. So that's not great.
You know, something that stood out to me when we were watching it was you said he didn't just cheat on his wife, he had an affair. And in my mind, I was like, are they the same thing? But now I realize an affair is like an ongoing thing. Like cheating can apply like
as a one-off.
Like a one-off.
Sometimes.
Right.
Like,
sometimes. But an affair is like a long-standing.
An affair is like mistress at that point.
Yeah,
like,
it's multiple cheating instances.
You have made a wrong decision multiple times.
Yeah,
Is what that is.
A one-off mistake.
No, this wasn't like I made a mistake. Like this is a bad situation. I ended up in a bad situation. I made a mistake, or I made the wrong decision. Whatever. Like he consistently made the wrong decision multiple times. Like that's the difference. Like it's not that a one-off makes it better, because it doesn't. But it's like I would be hard pressed, like Ariel forgiving him, kind of
right.
thing. Yeah, like I feel like that makes it harder.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are just rejoicing at the fact that that question was asked, like, you know, do I, Ariel, forgive Ned? And she was like, no, fuck no.
Well, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, well, right.
Like,
right, absolutely makes sense.
She doesn't need to forgive him. She doesn't have to. She has to be a good co-parent with the father of her children, sure, but that's the extent of their relationship. It seems like they're co-parenting their kids, and that's it. Like, that's as far as they're going.
I thought at one point they said that they, or at least maybe she was seeing someone else. Or did I maybe?
She said that. She said that she was kind of seeing someone else, like, which really could just mean like she's looking, but she's not like actively dating, maybe. But we don't really need to know that either. Like, yeah, it's like we don't really need to know any of this. But
yeah, because she made it clear that like she probably doesn't want to pursue being like an influencer of any kind. That
does make me a little sad, because I did really like her podcast. You Can Sit With Us. I really like You Can Sit With Us.
Yeah.
But I'm sad that that's gone. But I'm also like happy if she's in a better place.
And I get it, like the things she was describing about like, you know, what was like happening with her, like with people following with like cameras and whatnot. Like,
yeah, that's weird.
Now you've entered a different level of like fame almost, and not in the best way, and not for the best reasons either.
Yeah, not for the and not of your own making. Like, this is all because of
because of a scandal, right?
Yeah,
and because of Ned.
You didn't do anything. Yeah, like he's the one who did the actionable steps, and then now she's like really kind of biting the consequences here. That sucks.
Yeah. She had no part, no say in any of that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's she even talks about that a little bit, too. That, you know, that kind of made her question herself. And also what got me was when she was talking about like when the fans were sending her pictures, that she didn't even believe it at first. Like, that's how much she trusted this man. And I'm just like, God, that sucks. Like,
yeah.
To really look and be like, oh, he's not as trustworthy as maybe you had once thought. And I don't know, that's sad.
Yeah, it's just sad all around.
Sad for her, sad for the kids. But then also, like, is it really a loss if he was never really like a good husband to begin with? I don't really know. Like, it's a hard situation.
Yeah.
Other than like the fact that he never should have done it at all.
Yeah. I feel for like when she said something along the lines of like, you know, we still had so much life left. And I assume she's talking about, you know, relationship, not literal life. Like, they're both still alive.
They're both still alive, yeah. But like their relationship had so much life. Like, she believed in them is what she was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like when he started talking about like, oh, the dream didn't make sense to me anymore. And I'm just like, I was like, okay, I don't know. First off, I didn't know if I believed him saying that. But also, like, then why didn't you tell her? Why didn't you tell her? You could have told her. You could have had a whole conversation. Like, I get that, like, that's hard, obviously. But this is supposed to be your wife. Like, this is supposed to be your partner. She's, like, the mother of your children. And yet, still, like, he chose to cheat on her with someone he worked with, nonetheless. Like, imploding not only his family's life, his life, but also the life of, like, the Try Guys. Yeah. Like, too.
Yeah, like, he affected so many people.
This was a domino effect, like, completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just like, God, like, what a mess. Like, just so messy.
Yeah.
Didn't need to be all super, super messy like that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately it was.
Yeah. Something I did want to say that I felt like this discussion, even if it was unsatisfactory for like us as the audience, seemed mutually wanted by, you know, both parties, in order to maybe start to move on or maybe get a little bit of closure. Did you feel that way about? Because like otherwise, like, what was the point of this whole discussion?
I definitely think Ariel wanted it.
Yeah.
For sure. Ned, I think you can make an argument that Ned maybe only did it to satisfy Ariel. You will never know that information.
Yeah, this is all speculation.
It's all speculation. But I think that, I don't know. Like, you can't really, I don't know if you can say that, because he just seemed incredibly uncomfortable. And obviously, like, yeah, you're talking to your wife, well, your ex-wife, that you hurt so terribly. So, like, that's going to be difficult, those conversations, like, no matter what. And then it's on film. So, like, I get that there's, like, lots of layers here. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, I can say that I'm not really interested in watching his podcast or listening to his podcast beyond, like, that episode.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that same way as well.
Yeah, because it's like, well, I don't think people are their worst mistake. But I do think that, like, the way he did it and how public it was, and then it doesn't make me want to, like, watch his stuff, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just doesn't, yeah. I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Okay, so I'm gonna get into a deeper discussion about, like, cancel culture. I think.
Okay, interesting.
For sure, Ned was canceled.
Yeah, for a hot minute there.
Yeah. I still think he is. I still think people aren't going to support him in his new podcast. But I also think,
At least not in the way that he wants.
rightfully so. Like, case by case basis, like, depending on what someone did,
Yeah.
like, sometimes there is no coming back from that.
Yeah.
Arguably, this might be one of those situations. With cancel culture, I kind of have a sour taste in my mouth when it comes to how it started off as wanting to hold someone accountable, versus where it is now. I feel like a lot of people just are jumping at the chance to be vengeful or hateful for someone who might be successful otherwise.
But they're letting out their pent-up aggression on like these other people.
And I feel like when someone tries to truly apologize, sometimes some people can just, they don't allow them to hold themselves accountable. Like, I don't know, like, nothing can be said or done that will, like, satisfy, what is cancel culture.
Yeah, I think it does kind of become this monster sometimes that's, like, a little bit too out of control.
Yeah, I
can see that.
So I try to be a little bit more graceful to people who I think are trying, even if it's not enough or not in the right way. I think putting in effort is still worth something, and I still think what Ned did is, like, damn near unforgivable. But I do sense that he's maybe trying, and that I'll give him, like, the tiniest grain of, like, grace there.
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't have been as bad. It would still have been bad, but it wouldn't have been as bad if his, like, whole internet persona wasn't I'm the family guy,
That's
I'm
true.
the wife guy. Like, that makes it 10 times worse. Because how can you say, oh, I love my wife so much, and then, like, be cheating on her?
Yeah.
It's like you have kind of proven you don't care that much, or at least not as much as you say. So I don't know.
And like we said, it wasn't just her that was, like, hurt. It was so many people.
Yeah.
So
it was
like,
the
Try
domino.
Guys, anyone that was following them. So
yeah, it's the whole thing, and, like, that obviously, like, his person he was cheating with got backlash. Like, all the Try Guys, like, stuff, they were affected. Like, the kids were affected. Ariel was obviously affected. Like, it was just it was a lot. That's a lot. And, like, I don't know. I think it's yet to be seen whether he actually is as apologetic as he says, or if he's just, saying what he's saying to make some money or gain some popularity back. Or,
I think that's what
we'll never know.
A lot
really.
of people, whether rightfully so or not, are already pinning on him.
Well, he hasn't earned back the viewers' trust.
True.
So
True.
I can't blame people for thinking that.
I absolutely believe that trust takes years to build and seconds to break.
Yeah. Like, and like he had an audience, people that like maybe liked him, maybe didn't like him. I feel like when I was pretty actively watching the Try Guys, it was always like very mixed reviews for Ned. I feel like a lot of people liked Ned when he was like bouncing off like the other guys, or really liked the whole, oh, he loves his wife, that's so sweet thing. Like they love that whole bit, which, you know, unfortunately turned out to actually be kind of a bit. Like, I don't know. I just can't get over him saying the whole, the dream was broken for me, and then like, well, you did talk about it, so it's like, why did you talk to your partner about it?
Yeah,
I get it. It's hard.
That
like,
should have been in discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, it might have been. We don't know, but like,
I'm sure they talked about it after it happened.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like that was talked about at all
before. Yeah. Way before
anything ever happened.
Yeah.
Before he started cheating on her, and like, it seems like it might have just been like this one person.
Yeah.
But that's still like one person too many. Like when you're in a marriage that's monogamous. So like,
yeah,
I don't, that's a big one. I got lots of thoughts and feelings on that. I could talk forever. Do you have any more thoughts or feelings?
I kind of said my piece.
With cancel culture.
Yeah. That's a point I wanted to hit home. That like, I understand that like cancel culture as a whole came from a good place, but I think it's turned into like
morphed into something else.
Else that like I don't always agree with. Like, I'll agree that like some people deserve to get canceled. Ned probably one of them for having the affair, for sure. But I also think that like, I don't know, if someone is trying to be better, that's still worth something.
I do think that counts for something. I think there are things you can come back from. I think that like, but that also looks different depending on what it is. Like, you may be able to come back personally, but you may not be able to come back publicly.
Yeah, with every scenario, there's like a different line.
Yeah.
And with every person, that line is also different. So it's like,
because every scenario is different.
There's a lot of moving parts, and it's just blanket statement, oh yeah, fuck that guy. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of nuance in the situation.
Yeah, a lot of nuance.
Yeah, like not so much in like this specific situation with Ariel and Ned, but I do think that like in other situations that is the case.
Yeah.
I do think like things like this are a little bit more cut and dry, even though there is still like nuance here as well.
Yeah.
Once again, just it wouldn't have been as bad if Ned just wasn't the wife guy online.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been different.
Yeah.
But still would have been bad. It just wouldn't have been this bad.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to say? I know you said you could talk about this forever, but
yeah.
Any maybe like last things you want to?
Well, I wish Ariel well. And
yes.
I hope that
Ariel, we wish you well.
Yeah, I hope that she is happy with.
Hope the kids are good.
Yeah, I hope the kids are good. I hope she's happy in whatever she chooses to do.
Good luck on your business.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna start a business. I forget what. Did she even say what it was, or she said she was just starting a business?
She was starting a business. I forget what it was. I don't know if it was a pottery business. She was talking about pottery. Like
probably that.
So I don't know if it's a pottery business or not. But either way, really, I just whatever she wants to do. Is
Yeah.
Like what I want for her. You know, go on, prosper, be happy.
Yeah.
You know, find your peace. Find a nice human to like care about you. Yeah.
Want to move on to Am I the Asshole?
Sure.
All right, cool. I got a couple here. That should be fun. All right. First one here is, am I the asshole for ordering expensive meals when I eat out with my family? Okay. So, let's start with some background.
How expensive are we talking?
My 33 female family consists of my grandparents, old, my mom, 50s,
old,
my dad, 60s, and my little sister, 29, and her boyfriend. We are all adults, have our own places, pay our own way in life. I'm going to be honest, though, they are all poor, like working multiple jobs, struggling to get by, and can't really afford nice meals. In contrast, I am well off. I moved out and worked multiple jobs while in college in order to be able to afford it and life expenses. I had days where I couldn't afford food, lived in a shithole house sharing situation, etc., so I know what it's like and how hard it is. Now, onto the real situation. We sometimes go out to eat, like a few times a year. It's always planned by my mom as a birthday get-together, in quotes, during my birth month. However, every time the bill comes out, everyone is suddenly going to the bathroom, having a smoke break, anything to pretend the bill isn't there. So I end up paying for everyone, even though it's supposedly my birthday dinner and I didn't plan anything or pick the place. This year, they tried to do this again. I tried to cancel citing low funds and ended up saying in advance people should pay for themselves. Everyone ended up ordering less food, used coupons, etc., and made comments about me being off the hook. Also, I ordered a decently priced steak to share with my fiancé. They made comments and gave me looks. So, am I the asshole for 1, not paying for everyone else? I pay for myself and my fiancé. And 2, ordering a nicer steak, which I shared with my fiancé because we ate prior to going, when they couldn't order a nicer steak. Additional context. I had told my mom last year I didn't like doing dinners for my birthday, and earlier in the month, when my mom tried to plan a dinner, I had said no because of low funds. The plans were changed to apple picking. My mom's sister made the reservation for the restaurant while we were at the apple farm. I tried to say I didn't want to go because we already ate, but was told to just come and order a drink. So before we even left to go to the restaurant is when I said people should pay on their own. So,
Okay.
what do you think?
I'm gonna say like not the asshole.
I think I agree with you. This is not the asshole. Like,
I don't think so.
she tried to set her boundaries. She tried to say, bring this up and like have a conversation about it.
Yeah, and I kind of get like, well, you kind of know the situation, and the situation is that you are going to pay for it. So, the fact that you got something nicer, I think, isn't necessarily a bad thing, especially since like, well, effectively that meal was cut in half because she shared it, like quite literally cut in half. So, I feel like yeah, and also it's a weird setup to be like, oh, let's go out for your birthday, but then like everybody kind of scatters to like
once the bill comes.
Yeah, once the bill comes. And
it's like my dad does that as a joke, but he comes back eventually.
He comes back, yeah, exactly. Which like that's honestly kind of funny. But like especially like that's what we're like. I don't know. It gets a little dicey because there are different like expectations like for different like sets of families, right?
Yeah.
So if the expectation is okay, it's this person's birthday, therefore they're not paying, everybody else is like chipping in to pay. Or at that point, like everyone should pay individually, like, or like a Venmo Zelle situation. Like there's lots of ways that they could have made this, maybe work. But yeah, I don't think they're the asshole.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so either. And funny enough, in Filipino culture, at least that I have realized, that is the way birthdays are held. Like when it's your birthday, you pay for everyone. So
yeah.
But I'm going to go on a limb and say that this person and their family and friends are not Filipino and don't do things this way.
We don't really have cultural context here.
Yeah.
We're kind of just assuming.
And even if so, like when you were upfront about being like, hey, I don't like the way things are done, or I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Things like should have changed already.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should have been like something else should have been set up.
Yeah.
Like the dinner is obviously not working for one reason or another. Maybe like don't do dinner. Like,
yeah,
that's really the thing. Like, and shouldn't it be like it's a person's birthday? I don't know. Like, why aren't they even picking the restaurant? Like, that seems.
Yeah, they don't even get to pick the restaurant. Yeah. What the hell?
What if they don't even like steak? Like,
what? Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just all seems very weird to me. Like,
yeah.
Like all very like I'm confused about this situation. Yeah. Like, and like, assuming that they don't have the cultural expectation of, paying for things on one's birthday, that I think that it's safe to assume that like this person probably wouldn't have wanted to pay on their birthday, like, by how they wrote this. So I don't know. I feel like they're not the asshole.
Nope. I think we're in agreement.
Yeah.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
All right, guys, we are going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. We're going to do TikToks next. We'll see you then. Hey friends, hope you're enjoying this episode. This is normally where an ad would be, but you're in luck. It's just little old me. So I guess this episode is sponsored by us. In case this is your first time here, welcome. We started this podcast because we wanted to eventually do this full time and have this support us. But for right now, we're actually trying to fund our wedding. Lex and I have been together for 10 years now and engaged for a couple years. And with expenses unfortunately showing no signs of dropping, it's safe to say that weddings are costly, to say the least. So if you like what we're doing and want to support us, you can subscribe to our Patreon, you can buy us a coffee, or you can simply share and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you so much in advance and enjoy the rest of the episode. Alrighty, welcome back. We have turned the lights on. We started recording just maybe like 20 minutes before sunset, and it is now dark, but you can help us keep the lights on by subscribing to our Patreon. No.
Oh my
God. We'll talk about that at the end. But it's time for TikTok. And the first one I have here, oh man. It's titled, ready for this? You sitting down?
Yeah, I am.
My boyfriend got my little sister pregnant.
Oh man. Oh. That's some tea. Okay.
All right.
Oh my God.
Here we
Is this as messy as I think it is?
My boyfriend got my little sister pregnant. Yeah, while we were dating. My little sister is 3 years younger than me, and we've always had a pretty tense relationship. And that's because she's always wanted to copy everything I do. And not just when she was really young, it still happens to this day.
That's
But she
wild.
wasn't copying me in a
As an
way
adult,
of
it's wild.
like admiring me. She would copy me because she was in some kind of competition with me. Like whatever I did, she wanted to do it better. If I had an outfit, she wanted to wear the same one but style it better. If I did an activity,
It's all
she wanted to do
competition.
the same one and be better at it than me. That's how it's been our entire life. And I very quickly noticed that when I started dating, she started flirting with all of my boyfriends, and not subtly. She'd be like, you know, imagine if we would have met first. Like, you probably would have been dating me. But obviously you can't because you're with my sister, but like, if you hadn't met her, right?
That's like, yeah,
That's
it's
weird.
subtle.
That's just so disrespectful. I
Yeah.
would bring this up to her and tell her that it made me really uncomfortable and I thought that it was weird. She'd be like, oh my gosh, you're so dramatic. You're so jealous. And my parents would say the same thing. They're like, Kelsey, it's your little sister. What are you talking about? She's
Wow.
obviously joking. Sorry, I don't think that's funny. And I have a pretty good sense of humor, if I'm being honest. So it
Yeah,
just got to
I
the
wouldn't call
point
that funny
I
either.
stopped bringing the guys that I was dating around my family because it just wasn't worth the drama for me, which is really sad because I'm really close with my parents, but I knew that if we went to any family holidays, she was going to be there and it was always going to just start a fight. So I stayed away. Things changed when I started dating my most recent boyfriend because it started getting more serious. We were dating for over a year and I knew that I needed to bring him around my family because that's what you have to do. You know what I mean? Also, I stupidly thought that maybe somehow my sister had matured and wouldn't act up anymore, but I was wrong. The first time she met my boyfriend, one of the first things she said is she's like, oh my gosh, if Kels ever misbehaves or treats you wrong, just let me know. I'll fix it. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I always have your back. I was like,
That's a red
this
flag.
is weird. Like, this
Yeah,
is
it's
just a weird
weird.
conversation you're having. She was also just being really touchy with him, wanting to always sit by him, was grabbing his arm, laughing at all his jokes. She was flirting with him. Like,
Yeah.
I know what flirting looks like, okay? And I know what her flirting looks like because she's my little sister and I've known her whole life. Well, I pull her aside and I'm like, yeah, we're not going to do this, okay? We're not going to continue to do this. I can't. I'm tired. You got to just be normal and stop
You gotta
flirting
just be
with all my
normal.
boyfriends. And again, she was like, oh my gosh.
Might be too much
I
asked
did
for
not
her.
realize how insecure you were. Like, it's actually really sad that I'm the younger sibling.
She's just,
and I'm
like,
just
gaslighting
so much
her.
more confident,
Yeah.
so much more self-assured. Like, if you were acting like this with my boyfriends, I would not be upset at all. Okay, well, you've never had a boyfriend, and there's a reason for that. I'm just gonna put that out there. About a month after this initial meeting,
It is
my
kinda
little
wild she's
sister
never had a
calls me
boyfriend.
and tells me that she has amazing news and that she's actually gonna be moving states and moving to the city that my boyfriend and I live in.
What?
Great. I was so excited for that. And not only was she moving to our city, she was going to move into the same apartment complex. that we
What?
live in.
Okay, that's
Even
like,
better.
that's too much. That's
So
way too
she
much.
moves to our
You
city,
moved to a
moves
whole
into our
city.
apartment
You
complex,
couldn't
and
move to a
suddenly
different apartment
she needs help
complex.
with absolutely everything.
What?
She doesn't have a car, so she needs to be driven everywhere. She needs help having everything built.
You're
She
an
needs help with all
adult.
the
You're
moving stuff.
not
And
you're
guess who she asks for all of it.
It's
Yeah, you're right. My boyfriend.
yeah.
Coincidental? I think not.
Yeah.
And it got to the point that they were hanging out, and I didn't even know
This
they
all
were
seems
hanging
very
out. He would get home, and I'd
planned.
be like, "Where were you?" I was with your sister. I was helping her do X, Y, Z. I was like, "Wait, what? What do you mean you were with my sister?"
And the
Why didn't
sister's
you tell
framing
me?
is
He's
like, oh, we could be
"It was a big deal. She
in-laws. You're just
needed a favor,
helping.
and so I
Like,
went to help out. Like, she lives in our building. No. Okay? He was making it seem like it was innocent. It wasn't innocent. It gets to the point that this is the biggest issue in our relationship. We're constantly arguing about it, where I'm like, I want you to stop spending so much time with my sister because you already know the previous issues that are there. And he was like, it's your family. I'm just trying to be a good guy. I'm like, okay, sorry, your loyalty is to me, and I'm asking you to establish this boundary, and you won't do it, and it's weird.
Yeah.
And we were just going back and forth for weeks about it. Finally, one day, my little sister comes to my apartment while my boyfriend and I are watching a movie, and she just looks so upset. I'm like, what's wrong? Like, what is going on? And that's when she tells me that she is pregnant, which I'm shocked about because she just moved to the city. I didn't know she was dating anyone. The only guy that she's been hanging out with is my boyfriend. See, at the time, I didn't put that together because I thought that there was no way that he would do that to me, but yeah, just wait. But the person who was even more shocked was my boyfriend. He looked like he was about to projectile vomit. I was like, wow, they obviously have gotten really close. He's really concerned about her. And that's when I start asking her, I was like, okay, who's the father? Whose baby are you having?
That's a logical question.
She gets really quiet. She's like, I don't know. Like, I don't really want to tell you. I was like, why are you being weird about this?
Yeah.
And obviously we know why she was being weird about this. Then she started looking at my boyfriend. She's like, I mean, like, are you going to tell her or am I? She fully came in here ready to expose him, and he had no idea. It was just all going down right there in my living room.
That's wild.
Well, I look at him. He looks absolutely sick. I'm looking at her, and low-key, she's smirking a little bit. She's happy about this because, again, everything's a competition, and apparently she won. She took my man. That's what she wanted this whole time. And I look at him. I'm like, no, please tell me that she's lying. She's making this up.
I hope
And
she doesn't talk to her like at
all.
all.
Yeah, it's him. He's the father of this baby. Oh, I absolutely lose that. I'm like,
that's crazy.
What are you even talking about? And he has the audacity to say to me, well, I know I cheated, but I only half cheated because it's your sister. You shared DNA, so it's like it's not as bad if I was cheating with someone else.
What a weird way to try to talk yourself out of that. Like,
I'm sorry. What man logic is that? It's way worse to cheat with somebody
really bad.
than with a stranger. So obviously I kick him out. I'm like, you have somewhere else to sleep in the exact same building, so don't even feel bad about it. I don't want to see your face ever again. I look at my sister, I'm like, I don't want to see your face ever again.
We're done, yeah.
My ex-boyfriend is now texting me 24/7, apologizing, saying it was a mistake.
You can't apologize. There is a whole baby that's going to happen because of this indiscretion.
And my family keeps texting me, it's your little sister. Give her grace.
No.
People make mistakes.
Nope. That's a real.
That was not a mistake. That was a betrayal.
That was a betrayal. Yeah.
Sister,
that's a good way to put that.
One apology because she's not sorry. She very much planned for this.
This was a conscious effort.
And I have absolutely
she made a
no
conscious
idea
effort.
What's gonna happen next? But let me know if y'all want to.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Ooh, what a wild ride.
What a ride, yeah.
Yeah, like that was.
What an opening. My boyfriend got my little sister pregnant. Miss, I am sat.
Honestly.
Oh,
what do you think about that? Oh my God.
The part where he's like, it's only half cheating because it's your sister. I'm just like,
what do you mean?
Worse. That's worse.
So much worse.
That's worse.
So much worse.
That's double worse. Oh my God.
So bad.
And fuck her family too. What the hell, having the little sister's back instead of hers?
Yeah, especially.
What the hell?
Especially when she was like, "Oh, I have a good relationship with my family." I'm like, "Do you? Do you?" Like, because like they are not listening to you at all. Like, I don't know about that. Maybe reevaluate, but also, yeah, like this isn't just like, oh, your sister, like,
just wants to be like you. No, she literally wants to be better than you.
She wants to be you. She wants to be her, not be better. Like, just be her, period.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, so grimy to like steal someone's guy, like right out from under them. And low-key, like her being the sister being like, oh, like her being like, oh, to the little sister that she hasn't had a boyfriend. And I'm like, you can obviously get guys, like, because you're seemingly maybe potentially getting your sister's guys. So it's like, why are you? What game is she playing? You know, with the whole, I'm trying to get my sister's man, like, just so what? So she can be her sister, I guess. I don't get that at all. Like, that's your sister.
And like, I don't have much sympathy for the guy either.
Well, yeah,
especially when she was just like, hey,
no, really,
I'm setting this boundary. I don't want you to spend so much time with my sister, and he does the exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
And
obviously
spends time inside her.
Oh my God, spends extra time. With her that he shouldn't be spending. And like again, just like what, why, just why? Like, why? All of this was so unnecessary. So much of this was unnecessary.
Yeah. And the lengths that the little sister went, like moving states, moving into the same exact apartment complex.
Yeah, it's one thing to like move to the same state, because I'm like, okay, you know, maybe you could logic that into being like, oh, maybe she wants to have a good relationship with me, maybe she wants to be a better sister, blah 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 blah. Like, I could see that, but then moving into the same apartment complex, that seems very weird. That seems like almost too good to be true.
Yeah, given the track record as well, like,
yeah,
we see what's up. This ain't something that just happens.
That's so odd.
This is calculated.
Yeah, it's calculated. It's very odd. And just like, I don't get that at all. Like, I would just not even do, like, remotely even think to do anything like that. And then like this whole girl is trying to steal many of her sister's like guys. Like, what? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And like, sucks that her family's like not on her side at all, especially in this situation. Because I could kind of see the parents being like, oh, you know, she's your little sister. She just wants to be like you. Like, I think that maybe that might have been true, like when she was younger. But then like, there's like, as you become an adult, it's like, dude, get your own personality. I'm sorry. Like, and then like, why do you keep trying to go after your sister's guys? Why do you keep flirting with your sister's boyfriends? Like, there's a lot of questions here that she probably needs to unpack.
Yeah, why are you in competition with your sister who does not want to compete with you?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of dynamic relationship is that?
Yeah, that's really, really odd. And like, I just want to know, I like, this makes me want to know more. Like, it makes me want to know more, like, okay, well, why is the younger sister like that? But I'm just like, I don't know. Some things are just also just, some people are just the way they are. Sometimes, like, it's just like, but I feel like there should be like a reason for that, like something to explain like why she is the way that she is. That's so weird.
Yeah.
What a strange situation.
Yeah. So I think, in conclusion, the little sister is the asshole.
Yeah. Like, just what?
Wild.
Very wild.
All right. This next one's shorter and more of a like, what do you think about this? Like, as far as like, it's kind of like a parenting thing.
Okay.
And I'm titling this Kids Order for the Whole Table.
Okay.
We have a family rule that when we go to a restaurant, one of the kids has to order for the whole table. This is about public speaking. This is about communication. It's about memory. It's about a million things, but it's also hilarious. So we go to the restaurant. Reagan's in charge of ordering for the whole family. So we tell her what we want on the menu. We tell her the different things to not put in the food or to put in the food or the sides to add. And she's in charge of telling the waiter or waitress. But here's what she has to do. She has to know their name. So let's say their name is Bob. She goes, hello, Bob. My name's Reagan, and I'd like to order this. And my sister would like to order this. My brother would like to order this. My other brother would like to order this. My dad would like to have this, and my mother would like to have this. Any questions? It's hilarious. If you get your kids to order, they learn like 5 skills when they're ordering. They look them in the eye. They learn how to be respectful. They learn how to answer questions. Most families are literally just like trying to get their kids crayons or an iPad the whole time. Get them engaged. Get them like talking. Build relationships. Dinner is where your kids become friends. It's also where they can learn a ton of capabilities. Next time you go to a restaurant, have one of your kids order food for the whole family. We have a family.
So what do you think of that?
I think that's good if the kid is old enough.
Yeah.
Don't be having your toddler order for the whole table.
Yeah. You're right. I think this is an age appropriate thing to do. Like, they need to be of age and like ready to do this. I also think this is something like you try out maybe a few times, and if your kid's having like panic attacks, like, okay, this is not working.
Maybe don't do that. Or like even like role play, like, you know, with the parents. I feel like to get them comfortable like in that kind of like situation, because I feel like you can't just like throw that to a kid. They're not going to know what to do.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's what he's
like
saying.
Prepare
at all.
them for this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
go practice a little bit, and like, cuz like one like don't like just throw them to the wolves in the wild.
Yeah. That's not cool. And also like I do think they need to be like I don't know like what a good age that might be, like maybe like 7, 8, around there.
Yeah.
Like
Getting closer to double digits maybe.
Yeah, like that's maybe a good time to do that, because I just feel like, I don't know, I've had like kids order at work like for like their sisters and like their family, and like the ones that are older are always like more coherent, like they actually know like what to order, where like when it's any kid that's like younger than maybe like 5, they don't really know like how to answer the questions, like, and I think that's partially not the kid's fault. I think that's partially like their parents, and like they didn't tell the kid like the questions that may be asked. So it's like when we're asking like, oh, like, do you want this in your drink, or do you want this in your drink, or, you know, what size, like the kid, like these are somewhat basic questions. So it's like the parents didn't provide them with like the opportunity to answer these questions, so they're like just sitting there like, huh?
I mean, I know for myself, if like I have to order like for my dad and multiple people, I'm writing that shit down. I can't memorize that. I mean, maybe I can, but like I don't want to rely on that, because I'm someone who like when I order, I like to be prepared AF.
Yeah. I think it's
like I will write down backups in case something like isn't in stock or whatever.
Yeah, that's fair. Be like backups to the backups.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's like generally like I get what he's saying, that, you know, that is a good chance for the kids to
it's a good growth opportunity for sure. I see the value in it.
Yeah, I see the value in that as well. I think that makes a lot of sense, and I think as long as they do it in a way that's like respectful, but also in a way that is like coherent, I think that that's good, because I see a lot of like kids who are just sort of thrown to the wolves.
Yeah, and there is some discourse in the comments of people saying, "Oh, I'm a server and this would annoy me," or something like that.
I think you should ask the server, if this is specifically in a restaurant situation, be like, pull them aside and be like, "Hey, I would like to try this out with my kid. I'd appreciate your patience," or like, "Is this okay to do?" Like kind of gauge like where your server's at, because if they're really busy, this might not be the time to do that.
Yeah, like, I'd get anxious as a parent, being like, no, we need to like be efficient.
Yeah, and like, especially if in this like specific situation, it seems like they have a larger family, so that's already somewhat stressful for like a server, and then like having all those kids, like that's a lot of people to be like keeping track of, and like kids aren't always like the best with like remembering things, or like they'll kind of go off on tangents sometimes, and you're just like obviously him as a parent is trying to like teach their kids to be very concise and clear, but like that there will be fumbles, and you have to have like a gracious server to understand that. And because what if this person who's serving you does not like children, but like this is literally their job? So it's like they have to serve the children, but now you're putting them in a weird spot, and I don't know. I feel like that could be, I see both sides.
Yeah. We see both sides. I think time and place, also kid, like case by case scenario for each kid. Every kid's different. Yeah, like that would probably, I don't know, as I'm trying to think of like how I would have done that as a kid, because like I like am an anxious person and was most definitely an anxious kid, and I think that I don't know, I would not have wanted to order for my mom, my dad, and my brother. Like I would not wanted to have done that, because like what if you mess something up? Like I don't think that would have been that I would not have liked that. Yeah, I would have hoped that, you know, like, as a parent, you would have stepped in and be like, "Oh, actually, could I do that without the cheese or whatever modifications?" Yeah, modifications, or like if it's forgotten to be said. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would not have. I feel like we do that sometimes with your parents, but it's more like clarifying. Yeah. which like frustrates me sometimes because I'm like, you're fucking grown ass adults. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why do I have to like severely make up for like your lack of understanding of how like restaurants work? It's one thing if it's like a different kind of restaurant, kind of like Korean barbecue. Like that's a whole different experience.
Yeah, like the experience is different. So it's
but
like,
if it's like Applebee's,
Yeah.
come on now.
yeah, like then it's like you have to kind of walk
Yeah.
them through it a little bit sometimes, and it's, I don't know, that sometimes is giving like children vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you're walking children through.
Definitely a lot of hand holding.
Yeah, definitely a lot of hand holding. Like I get that for like things like when you can pay at the table, like technological type stuff.
Oh
I think,
that's different.
I think that's different. But yeah, like walking through like if we go out and it's like there's multiple sides and stuff, and it's like, I don't know. It just like
just read the menu. You can read.
yeah, reading the menu is important when you're going out to a restaurant.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like the dad definitely does have a case to be made for like this sort of thing for children, because I do think that there is value in that, but you have to like case by case.
Yeah, it's a good idea to try out.
Yeah.
I like the idea. I like the creativity behind it, and it could absolutely work out. You know, just be mindful and observant. Like, if it's not working out, like,
yeah.
don't just automatically like try to force it. Like even more, that's probably gonna make it worse. But you know, try to be like, all right, maybe we need to try something else, or like maybe this idea isn't that good for this particular kid, or something like that.
Yeah, like use like other areas of your life to like maybe teach those skills, but yeah, that kind of thing. Like it's a like a need by need kind of basis. Yeah.
Last one here I have is just called ketchup.
Just ketchup. Okay.
Hello, my name's Sophia, and this is everything I eat with ketchup, except it gets progressively worse as the slides
Oh,
advance.
great. Okay.
I personally don't think these things are crazy. I've been told recently, since joining an office, that my ketchup consumption is a little bit excessive, and I should
Okay.
reevaluate. I won't reevaluate, but what I will do is I will show you everything that I eat. So, to start off with, we are starting very basic. This is like level 1 ketchup consumption. Pizza. Ketchup and pizza, fantastic. Ketchup with Domino's garlic dip and pizza, fantastic. Next up, a roast dinner. I have been shouted at the Christmas dinner table for doing this, and my father, he didn't ruin Christmas for this, but there was an hour or two where I was very upset because I wasn't allowed the ketchup on the dinner table.
Oh.
I had to put it under my chair.
Oh my gosh.
Next up, we have a tuna sandwich, or any sandwich, but specifically tuna sandwich. There's some sandwiches that I can't have at all without ketchup.
That one
For
grosses me
example, a
out, but
meatball
that's because I don't
sandwich.
like tuna,
If
and tuna
there's
and
a meatball
ketchup
sandwich,
seems
but
even
I've got
grosser
any
to me.
ketchup, and the shop has no ketchup, then there is no meatball.
She said she needs ketchup with her meatball sandwich.
Slightly dangerous territory.
Is there not enough sauce
Meat and
on it?
seafood.
I guess.
I will have ketchup with a steak. I will have ketchup with shrimps and prawns. I will have ketchup
Shrimps.
with salmon. Next up, pasta. I'm sorry to all the Italians out there. When I was in Italy,
Some of
I was
these
taking my
are a
own
common
ketchup
theme
with me
of
to the
they
restaurants
should
and
have
putting
more
it on
sauce,
pasta.
I guess.
My personal favorite
'Cause it's
is
already
a
tomato
carbonara
based.
with pasta. I don't discriminate. I will do this for all pastas, especially tomato pastas. A bolognese, perfect with ketchup. Next up, this
Well,
is
yeah, it's
second
tomato
worst on my
sauce.
list. We have an Indian takeaway. Pretty bad. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
So in first place, we have one of my favorite things to have with ketchup: potato salad.
Oh, I thought that was
don't
mac and
quite
cheese.
Mix it, but it will be on the side, and every spoonful is
How do
significantly
you eat?
better
Do you dip it?
with ketchup.
How do you even eat that?
Hello, my name's Sophia, and
I don't know
First of
that.
all, her first one, a lot of people are like, that's the level 1, which it was pizza. And I did that as a kid. I don't really do it now.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't think I ever really did that, but
But as a kid, I loved it.
again, the common theme of, does it not have enough sauce?
Well,
Like-
on the pasta portion, she said that, like, she doesn't discriminate. She'll do it with all pastas. She loves it with a carbonara.
She also said it with a meatball sub.
That's true, too. That I wouldn't think to do ketchup with.
Because I'm like, it already should have meatballs and the sauce. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like confused.
And the tuna sandwich.
Well, that to me makes me want to throw up, but that's just because I hate tuna. So that's not a her problem.
I don't have, like,
as much of it as a me
concrete
problem.
memories of this, but I probably did as a kid. dip like a tuna sandwich in ketchup.
In ketchup.
I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't do it now.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I'd have fries and like
I
dip that
like
in
how it
ketchup.
wasn't
So it's
normal, like,
adjacent.
Chicken nuggets. Like, you know what I mean?
No, well, the title of this is everything I eat with ketchup, but progressively gets worse.
Yeah. Well, I thought she was gonna start off like with nuggets, French fries, or chips. She'd probably say chips, and like, I didn't think she was gonna be like potato salad. Like it's adjacent, but it's not.
Yeah. She said she wasn't dipping
But
it, but like
it's
she'll
not
have it like on the
there.
side.
What did she do? Dip her spoon and then eat it? Like I want to know how she's eating these things.
Oh yeah, she
Like-
seems the type of person that would just,
Right.
if she had the chance.
Right. Like, one thing I was wondering is if she was going to say like mac and cheese, because I don't do that. I only did it with specific mac and cheese. Like my mom would make this like baked mac and cheese, and I would do it with that kind of mac and cheese. But I wouldn't do it with like a Kraft mac and cheese or like a really creamy,
a creamy one.
a creamy one. No, I would do like and I mean this in the best way, a drier mac and cheese, like a baked mac and cheese, because there's something about the breadcrumbs and then the ketchup on top. Just something about it that works.
I heard dryer. My mind went to like washer and dryer.
No,
I'm just
like
what?
drier, like baked mac and cheese.
I get it now.
Yeah, because it's not like creamy, like wetter, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was like, that was funny. I wasn't like super grossed out by any of those except for the tuna, but I don't like tuna.
Yeah.
So-
That's fair.
Yeah.
As someone who loved ketchup as a kid, and I've definitely calmed down as an adult, some things I can see, and some things I'm just like, I would probably never do that. Like I'm not
yeah.
I'm not putting ketchup on pasta
Of
of any kind.
All of that made me really curious, though. I want to know, like, do you mix it in? Do you put it on top? Like, do you dip it? Like, I need to know, like, the specifics. Like,
I think I'm okay with not knowing.
like I'm just over here being like, well, how? How do you do that? Where I'm just like,
But I
don't
appreciate
know.
you trying to hear her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to be like, could I see myself doing that?
Yeah. I definitely. Well, I mean, I roast you for the peanut butter and cheese, so I try to be more open-minded.
Cut that out. No.
Try to be more open-minded since then.
Okay, sue me. I like peanut butter and cheese sandwiches. Clip that, share it make it go viral on TikTok. Hey, don't knock it till you try it, man.
Loki, when we did it for his birthday, we made fancy peanut butter and grilled cheese. It was really good.
I called it gourmet ones. We used
Yeah.
good bread, good peanut butter,
Fancy ass cheese, so expensive cheese.
added bacon
so
to it.
Oh, that was so good. Bacon.
Really made it like great.
I
so
will
like
take.
my friends who
I
would
will
make
take the
fun of
credit
me.
for that. The bacon was so good.
Oh yeah. So like the friends
Yeah.
that would make fun of me for this, they were literally eating the sandwich, being like, "Yo, this is delicious." I was like, "Thank you."
It was really, actually, really good. Like I would.
And again, in fairness, the way they saw me have it, it was a struggle meal. It was literally a Kraft Singles like slice of cheese,
Struggle meal
peanut
for sure.
butter on the cheapest white bread,
Yeah.
untoasted, cold.
Yeah.
But hey, it got me through.
I mean, protein.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's lactose intolerant, so there's also that.
Undiagnosed, but probably. I say I'm lactose annoyed because like I can absolutely have
You know, certain kinds.
like ice cream
of
and stuff.
Ice cream, yeah.
So
Like, yeah. But then sometimes, yeah. Like cheese and too much of it. Too much of a good thing.
yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. That was good. I like that TikTok. I am confused. I don't know what to say other than that, but I'm happy she has a passion.
I'm going to tease it up because there might be a part 2 to this TikTok.
Okay.
But you guys are going to have to wait till next week when we discuss it. So that is going to do it for us for this episode. Thank you everyone so much for joining us and listening. If you don't want the party to end, consider subscribing to our Patreon, where we record for a few extra minutes after the episode is over. Or if you'd rather, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/nuance AF pod. We love our coffee.
Yeah, coffee's great.
But if you want a free way to support, consider subscribing to us on YouTube. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers so that our channel can be monetized. And again, any and all revenue/contributions will go towards our wedding fund. And you can find all our links in the description or the show notes below, or at Linktree linktr.ee/nuance AF pod. That is linktr.ee/nuance AF pod. Thank you so much for joining us and listening. And remember, you're not being too sensitive. You're being sensitive AF.